everybody, welcome along. We've got some new faces in the room and online, so if I do disappear at any time, those online, just carry on doing what you're doing. I'm just doing something in the room, and then we'll come back and we'll move on when I'm back in. So if we're all fitting well, we're going to set ourselves up. So we're standing nice and tall with our feet underneath hips, tummy's drawn in, shoulders back, arms down at your sides. We're just going to let that weight gently rock slightly forwards till you have to push your big toe down, and then back till just before you think you're going to fall, and just let that rock forwards and back just a few times. This just wakes up those senses, helps us find our body, our nice balance point, connects that brain and body again from the morning. That's it, one more. And then find that spot where you feel nicely balanced. And we can put our hands onto hips, or one hand just under the belly button, one in that small of the back. And we're just going to tilt that pelvis under, and then put that arch at the bottom of the spine. So tilt and back. Again, just sets that body up, helps to find that neutral position, loosens up the lower back, just gets us ready to move. So overnight, as that body's recovering, everything tightens up, stiffens up, and this just gets us moving again. That's it, a couple more. And one more. And now find a spot where you feel nicely balanced, standing tall, neutral spine, and you're going to get your feet moving. So we push down through the ball of your foot, pressing down into the ground. That's it. So it's not about going to tiptoes, it's about pushing that foot down. That's it. Let your arms just start to naturally swing in your walking movement. Try not to think about that too much. As soon as you think about it, they go all different directions, different speeds, same side. Just letting them naturally swing. And that range of movement is going to start to increase. So we're bringing one arm slightly higher as the others go a little further back. So just start to feel a little stretch around your shoulder. That's it. Bringing those up. Keep going that little bit higher now. Until we're all the way up. Just press those arms back. Hopefully start to feel a nice stretch around your chest and shoulders. We're going to open that up a little bit. So we're going to take them a little wider now. That's good. You feel that little bit of stretch across your chest now. Good. One more each way. And bring that back down. So keeping those feet nicely underneath our hips, standing tall. Just want you to raise your hands up in front, and then open out wide. Back in and down. Nice deep breath, and then blow it out. That's it. Good. Open up and blow it out as we come down. Two more, then we're going to extend the movement. So next time when we open out, we're then going to reach over the top with one arm. So we come over, back and down. Bring it up, open, take that over, back and down. Good. Try and keep that arm out at 90 degrees, that's it. Open out, have that lovely stretch over the top. Going for a few more. That's good. So one more each way. Taking it over, in, down, up. Last one, reach it over and down. So still keeping standing nice and tall. We're going to open those arms out wide, very slightly back, and then we're going to sweep in front. Open up and sweep. just a slight bend of the knee as we sweep that down. That's good. Open it out. It's like celebrating that top goal. And sweep it through. And start to increase that range of movement. So a little bit more of a bend in the knee. Really open out and sweep. That's it. Mobilising all of those joints without putting too much force through anywhere. Just gets us moving again. That's good. 2 more. And bring that back down. So just want you to stand nice and tall now. You're going to take your weight onto one leg. It doesn't matter which one you start on. Take that weight just so your foot's slightly off the ground, so try not to lean too much. We're just going to sweep your leg through. That's good. So for those who've been coming for a while, we're doing a little bit of a refresh. Bring it back to some more basic movements, but really focus on your technique, your posture. Putting that effort into doing them right rather than doing as many as you can. That's it. If you need support with your balance, put arms wherever they're comfortable. If you need to grab hold of a piece of furniture, somebody next to you, whatever we need to do. That's it. So these exercises aren't about the leg that's moving, it's about everything else stopping you falling over. That's good. A couple more. And bring that back down, reset, swapping over onto the other side. So find that balance point, bring that foot off the floor, sweep that leg through. So again, aiming to be nice and tall, minimising that lean to the side. Just compare the two sides, be more balanced on the last one, on this leg. Try and make a mental note of that. And then you can have that little practice, you know, when you wait for the kettle to boil, stand on one leg, or to challenge yourself when you're brushing your teeth, things like that. So you can squeeze these little movements in at any time. That's it, a couple more. And bringing it back down. So going back over to the first leg now. This time, so using your big toe of your other foot, just want you to trace a circle around your standing leg. So again, aiming to stand as tall and still as we can. Switch the arms wherever you need, if that's on your hips, if it's out wide. Good. Excellent, one more. And bring that back in, reset to that other side. Taking the weight and then draw that circle around. If you feel your balance going, just tap your toe down, reset the balance, and start up again. That's good. A couple more times. And bring that back down. Well done. Okay, so back standing nice and tall then. Feet underneath our hips. Feet pointing forwards. We're just going to squat that down. So we squat that back up. So we're sitting back, keeping those knees tracking forwards. Imagine you're looking for a little low chair behind you. So keeping that head and chest up, so we're looking forwards all the time. Just going to think about that posture, standing nice and tall in between. Good, one more, we're going to change it up. So now, when you stand with those hands high, we're going to sweep it through and up. So if you want to challenge yourself now, as we go back high, we go up to your toes. If not, stay where you are on that lower option. Whenever we give a progression, always up to you. If you feel up to doing it, that's good. That's good. 2 more. And back. Well done. Okay, let's take yourselves just to the end of your mat now. So we're looking lengthways along it, standing towards the back end. We're nice and tall. Taking our hands up above our head, we're going to roll down. So we dive our hands, tuck the chin, roll the shoulders, curling that spine. And if you need to soften those knees, absolutely fine. But if you want that deeper stretch, keep those legs straighter. Your deep stretch there. But we're rolling down, releasing all of that postural change. So through the spine, through the glutes, the hamstrings. And then engaging as we come back up. Bring it down, having a good stretch. Tucking that chin, rolling the shoulders, curving the spine. This time I want you to stop at the bottom, so we're just going to let it hang. Heavy hands, heavy head. Easing that out. And now just press one shoulder nearer the floor, then the other, so we just roll through that spine, nice and slow and steady. So with all our movements, we want to keep them nice and controlled, nice and smooth, steady. It's never about how fast we can do them or how many we can do. We want to focus on technique. That's good. One more each way. And then unroll, bring yourself back up. Let some of that blood get back down out of your head into your body. We're going to bring that down. We're going to put our hands to the mat and take ourselves out into a kneeling box position. So you've got your knees under your hips, hands underneath shoulders. Staying in that position, you're going to go into sort of like cat-cow stretch. So we're going to push that spine up. Letting the head drop, and now roll through the shoulders, let the spine drop and your head lift. That's it, and then roll back through, pressing that spine up. So it should take a good second or two to rotate between each position. Pause for a second or two, and roll it back. That's it. Couple more. One more time. Pressing that spine up. Good stretch. Let it drop down. Then we're going back to neutral. Sit back onto your heels, reaching forwards with the arms. So we're stretching through that torso, along your sides, and that really good stretch in your child's pose. For 3, 2, 1, and gently bring that back up. Well, there, we're all nicely warmed up, ready to get going. So we're going to start face down on the floor. So legs extended and your arms up in a 90-degree position. So elbow in line with your shoulder, 90 degrees at that elbow. So we're just going to start with the torso raised. So your forearms will stay in contact with the floor, but we're using the muscles down the length of your spine just to raise that head and chest off the floor. So take that down, elbow in line with your shoulder, and let's bring that up. And control that down. So your arms adjust for position and balance. We're not doing any of the lift with the arms. All done with those muscles along the length of the back. And slowly down. So as we're spending more and more time at our desks, sat reaching slumped forwards at a laptop screen, back to get weaker, the curve, shocking for our posture. So this is going to help strengthen those muscles again, improving that posture, helping you sit up straight. Good, 2 more. Then we're going to extend the movement if you're able. So next time, when we reach sort of like that dead spot at the top, we're then going to extend our arms. So lift, extend, control all the way down. Lifting up, extend, control it down. Excellent, 2 more. And control back down, well done. So your next movement, I want you to start in the same position, but we're going to do an arm and leg lift. So from here, we're raising one arm, forearm are staying parallel with the floor, we're just going to raise. It'll only come up a few centimetres, and the opposite leg, keep it long and straight, will also lift. In that start position, and it's the opposite arm and leg that we're lifting. So right arm, left leg, back down. Other side. Aiming to keep our hips flat on the floor, our chest and back level. So we don't want any rotation coming in. So keeping those arms bent at 90 degrees. That's it, so it's that elbow that's lifting. So you should feel it down the back of the shoulder as that elbow comes back. Again, as we sit for prolonged periods, our shoulders come round, we hunch forward. This is going to help draw them back. So bringing that shoulder back, strengthen all around the back of it. And that lift of the leg That movement starts in the lower back, goes through the bum, down the back of the leg. That's good. Excellent. 2 more to each side. And last one. And resting that down now. Well done. Okay, I want you to come back up now into that kneeling box position we had in the warm-up. So we're on your knees there. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees under your hips. So we should have 90 degree there, 90 degree at hip. We're going to do our Superman or cat-cow movement. So we extend one arm and the opposite leg. We want to go nice and long and straight. Bring it in. Aiming to keep our back nice and level. Hips and shoulders flat. So I aim to minimize any rotation. Good, just keeping that going. Drop the screen a fraction. So bring it a little back to basics today, but really focus on that technique. Think about that long straight line. Is your leg going a little bit too high? If your leg feels like it's high, it'll definitely be too high. If it feels like it's flat, it's probably pointing slightly up. If it feels like it's maybe pointing slightly down, it'll be flat. That's good. So this time we're going to add a little variation if you feel able. So we're going to extend and then try and touch our toe around your back. Back and down. Now in position, just one arm, one leg moves. Everything else stays still. If you do find that too difficult, stick with your basic movement. Little add-on, add a bit of a challenge. Or if you're tight for space, if you're working at home in a living room with coffee tables and children around you, do whatever you can. That's good. One more each side. Okay, so one more exercise just on our fronts before we move on. So I want you to put your hands out onto the mat. We're going to extend our legs back. Just take it into a straight arm plank position. So we're just holding long and straight. If you do struggle, you can work from the knees, but we want that straight line from shoulder down. So this is your lower option or your full option. Keep breathing. That's it. Aim for that long straight line. If you start to shake a little bit, that's perfectly normal. And 3, 2, 1, lower that down. Have a little stretch if you need, or release the hands. Got a bit of pressure on those wrists for a couple of movements. Okay, this time, we're going to do similar, but lower it down. So we're going down onto your forearms. So we want to be resting down on those elbows and forearms. Our feet are back, and we hold. Again, for that lower option, we can work off those knees, Aim for that straight line. If you're able to give a quick check in the mirror or on your computer screen or anything, is that bum sticking up or is it hanging down? Have we got this straight line? We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it there. Well done. Right. So we're taking ourselves now onto our sides. So we're going to run through the exercises, then we'll swap over onto the other side. So I want you to lay resting on your hip bone with your legs extended straight out, arm underneath your head. So long straight legs, arm underneath the head, resting on that hip, hand in front for support if we need. And if you're able, just pick both feet slightly up off the ground, but if you need to rest them down, absolutely fine. All we're going to do is just raise that top leg slowly back down. So just lift and control it down. That's it. So it doesn't need to be a super high movement. We're not trying to do the splits. Just lift and control. This is one of those movements that feels dead easy for the first half dozen or so. Then it starts to get a little bit warmer. Starts to ache a little bit. Then we know it's working, we're doing it right. That's good. Just keeping it there. 2 more. And resting that down. So keeping your arms where they are. I just want you to bend your knees up now. So your knees are coming slightly forwards and bent. Still on your hip. Still with your arm underneath your head. And if you're able, just take your feet and knees just off the floor. If not, rest the bottom leg down. Absolutely fine. And we're going to open up that top knee. So like a mussel shell opening up and then control together. So focus on those muscles around the outside of your hip and bum that lift and rotate that knee. Bringing it up. Control it back. That's it. Thinking about that technique. Keep a check on your hips. Are they still stacked or have you rolled back onto your bum? That's good. So we've got one pivot point at your feet, one at your hips. Excellent. 2 more. And rest that down. Knees back down onto the mat. Now bring your arm out at 90 degrees to your body. So straight out in front, hands together. So both hands together underneath, that's it. Taking your top hand, I want you to open that up over the top. Let your eyes follow your hand behind and recover back over. So you get a lovely bit of rotation and stretch there. Eyes follow your hand as it goes over. Bring it back. So if you do have any sort of back trouble, this is a really nice stretch to do, particularly on the morning. You can even do it before you get up. Do this one still laid in bed, move to the middle of the bed and just open up, release out. Good, 2 more. And bring that together, excellent. So spin yourselves over or roll over. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So start with those legs nice and long and straight, arm extended underneath the head, hand in front of the body for balance if you need, those feet just off the ground, and let's start with that single leg lift. Really focus on your technique. If you're quite confident with your balance,
Can you take that hand away from in front? If not, keep it there, or just lighten the touch on your fingers. That's it. Just adds that extra little challenge if you feel able. Good, 2 more. And rest the feet back down. Bring those knees up in front. Feet stay together. Lift that knee and feet off the ground if you're able. Open up that top knee. So we want to make sure we keep those hips stacked. That's good. So keep it nice and steady, really focus and think about that technique. So 2 more. And resting those knees down, bringing those arms out now at 90 degrees to the body. One hand on top of the other. And we open up over the top, so it's what we call open door. Bring it back together. That's it. So reaching over, follow your hand with your eyes. And back, that's good. Gives that lovely rotation of the spine, open up of the chest. So as we go over the weeks, we just use different variations of the movements. We can add more progressions or slightly different techniques. That's good. 2 more. 1 more time. Bring that back together. Okay, we're going to go over onto your back now. So I want you to lay back with your knees bent, arms are sticking up in the air. So pointing up to the ceiling. We're going to start with a simple leg slide. So your heel skims along the ground. Back in. Opposite arm will drop behind the head. So just one arm, one leg moving at any time. So it's not a scissor movement, it's one at a time. Really focus on that control. Try not to let the arch at the bottom of your spine increase. It will be there, your back won't be flat on the floor, it'll have a natural curve, but we don't want that to increase. That's good. So 1 more on each side. We're going to add some difficulty. So we're going to bring our legs now up into what we call tabletop. So you've got your shins parallel to floor and ceiling, 90-degree bend at hip and at knee, hands still point up to the roof. We're going to tap 1 foot down, just pivoting at the hip, knee stays locked at 90 degrees, opposite arm taps back. Tap, up, tap, and up. Again, keep that check on your lower back. Has the arch increased? If it has, engage that core, those lower abdominals, that'll tilt the pelvis back under. Take that arch back to its natural position. That's good, keeping that going. So just tapping one down as the opposite arm drops back. Excellent, yep, spot on, keeping that going there. So we'll take 2 more to each side. 1 more each way. And bring that back. So if we need a little stretch, we can give those knees a little hug if we need. Bringing them in. We're going to take our knees now back to that tabletop position. But I want you to put your hands down on the mat this time, just down at your sides. And we're going to let both knees drop over to one side. When you feel your opposite shoulder lift, that's when we bring the knees back up and over. So your knees may make it all the way to the floor, but may only get halfway down before your shoulder lifts. Depends on your flexibility. Work to your level. And just for balance and support, we want to be doing the control and the lift with all those muscles around our centre there. Working those obliques, our abdominals to hold our legs in position. That's it. Good. Let's have 2 more each way. Last ones. Bring those feet back. Okay, I want you to bring yourself now just up into a sitting position. So we've got our knees bent, our back nice and tall, just sitting up straight, taking your hands forward, so we're just looking through our hands as we reach forwards. And we want to allow our spine to curve as we roll it back. So just as far as you feel comfortable going back, sit it up straight. That's it. So making sure we roll, it's a rolling movement, we're curving that spine. To avoid using the hip flexors. So you want to avoid the old school sit-up where somebody used to hold your feet and you hold yourself up. Think back to PE at school. So we're rolling movement. That way we're engaging our abdominals, not our hip flexors. That's good. 1 more. We're going to just add to this if you're able. So next time, as we go back, one hand is just going to sweep out wide. Look towards the hand, bring it up. Sweep down the other way. That's good. Remember, anytime if you find that progression too difficult, stick with that basic movement. And on these rollbacks, just take it as far as you feel comfortable. If that's just past centre, absolutely fine. If that's nearly all the way to your mat, fantastic. Work at your level. That's it, so we're nearly there. We'll do 2 more. And then we've got one last little exercise, little challenge to finish on. Bring that back up. So I want you to straighten your legs out now. I'm going to lay all the way back on the mat. So you're going to take it all the way back. Put your hands behind your head. So long and straight arms right behind your head. We're going to roll ourselves up. So hands come up and over. When you see your hands, head lifts, chin tucks. Roll those shoulders. We try and curl ourselves all the way up towards our feet. And then controlling it back. So that's it, bringing them up. If you do struggle, you can give yourself a little push up. Use the floor if we need. It is quite a hard exercise. It's a little challenge to finish. Breathe that up, tucking that chin, rolling the shoulders. Use those abdominals to bring you up. Good, one more. So this time, when we come up, I want you to reach for those toes. Try and grab hold of your toes if you can. If not, grab your ankles, your shins, wherever. And just open up those shoulders. Stretching along the spine. That's it. And slowly release. Now bring your feet in together. So soles of your feet together, just let your knees drop out. And if you want to take the stretch further, you can use the elbows and just gently press down on those knees. That's it. Just ease that out. And then relax, legs wherever's comfortable for you. I just want you to put your hands together. You're going to reach forwards, open up those shoulder blades. Let your head drop. That's good. And relax. Taking those hands up above your head. Reaching high. That's it. Now one way. Good. And then over the other side. Release those hands round, hands in either into the small of the back or reaching out behind, whichever you find works best for you. Shoulder blades together, chest forwards, and then look up towards the ceiling. That's it. And gently release. We're going to slowly come up to your feet now. So we're standing tall. So you to pick one foot up. That's it. So give that thigh a nice little stretch. So just gently press that hip slightly forward. You'll feel the stretch tighten. Good. And switch legs. So nearly there. Feet back down underneath those hips, hands up above your head, and then just bending that down, reaching down towards the floor. Gently bring that back up. We're going to take our feet out wide, so probably roughly the width of your mat. We're going to sweep down low. Bring that over your head. We'll do that once more, and this will take us up to our toes to finish if we can. We're going to hold for 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Well done, everybody. Cheers.